Hello everyone, I am Alco193 and welcome to today's Duel video. I'm using Mystic Mine today. It's Mystic Mine Burn to be exact. Used it once before, but that was not a great duel. I just wanted to show off the deck and what it does. But there wasn't really much competition if you remember. It was Duel 37 where the opponent had a lot of normal monsters which didn't even beat, I think, 1450 stats. Let's see. Something tells me this won't be too competitive of an opponent, but we'll see what they bring. They at least already seem like to have a lot more than just normal monsters throughout the deck. Let's see what they can do. Okay. We start with Mystic Mine, which is nice. We don't quite have Field Barrier. We can left arm offering into Field Barrier, but then we can't set Dark Bribe. I think I want to do that, so I might need to stall for one turn. First Extravagance, though. Banishing 6 cards. There, we have our Field Barrier. Let's go. We could still wait and do Dark Bribe, but I think it'll be good to just Mystic Mine instantly. Mystic Mine, and they don't have an extra, so they can't link summon things away. So they'd have to destroy their own cards with card effects. If I play Left Arm Offering, I can't set spells or traps during the turn I activate it. So I will set Dark Bribe face down for safety. See if they have a response to DD Guide. You can have that one. I want to set Dark Bribe for defense. Once again, can't activate Left Arm Offering now to do the clause that's at the bottom right here. So I'll play that next turn, likely. Although I have Extravagance to try and find something. But I'll try and find Final Countdown. Wave Motion Cannon would finish them off in, assuming they don't lower their own life points, in 15 turns. But Wave Motion can be destroyed by things like Twin Twister, Mystical Space Typhoon, anything like that. 5, destroy one monster your opponent controls. Well, I don't have a monster, so that's all okay. Orenota! Toro! They reveal the card they do, and if there's any... Then if any is a spell trap card, you apply one of these effects. Well, as they can see, I didn't shuffle it. It was DD Guide. That would have been a nice way to destroy my stuff. Well, I guess I could have Dark Bribed it to stop it. But I didn't really think about that, because I was just, whoa, wait, this exists. There's not that much that can be activated when the opponent draws a card besides this and Drastic Drop-Off. Cards that were specifically made to respond to the draw and draw phase, instead of just they happen to have an effect that could also work. Anyway, start of main phase 1, Pot of Extravagance. I will go for this. It might lose me some more cards if I use Left Arm Offering, and I prefer not to lose them. But maybe I'll find either Wave Motion Cannon or Final Countdown. Another Extravagance. Of course I find another Extravagance. To Grave. I'll just give him a DD Guide, although I have an Extravagance for next turn. Terraforming, I'll set it so that after I've done the search, I can play Terraforming for the new Mystic Mine to thin the deck. Because I'm not going to play it now. Set. Give you another DD Guide. And I'll leave you to that. Now that I remember this one. 4. Your opponent draws one card. Yay. Let's see if they have a way around, because they do have full spell and trap zones. If there's nothing there that they can activate normally, or that they can, like Commander of Swords, maybe. Ah, final countdown. There we go. If Commander of Swords would be activated here, I'd play Dark Bribe. Do I play Extravagance? Otherwise, I get rid of it. Yeah. There goes the final bit of my extra deck. Just one. Is the final countdown. I'm unable to draw cards by card effects, but that doesn't mean I can't add things to my hand. I can search however I want. And I think... Do I play it now? Yeah, I'll play. Banish my entire hand. I feel safe enough. I think in competitive tournaments, something like a YCS-like tournament, I wouldn't do it. I think here I do want to go for both of the win conditions. Play the Wave Motion Cannon. And then just in the deck, and also so that I don't draw it when they play another Trial of the Sword, whatever thing. Activate it to other side. Is that a thing? There must be some kind of card effect that plays this field spell to the opponent's field. Must be a card effect that does that. And maybe it's regularly used with Mystic Mine, or maybe it's a thing that can be done on any field spell. I hadn't noticed that before. End phase. Final countdown. At 1. Your move. Oh wait. They can force me to discard Mystic Mine now. That's not great. Didn't think about type 6. I suppose Duel's using something like a Mystic Mine deck. Yeah, that was... yeah. My mistake. Forgot about type 6. Got karma immediately. Yeah, I suppose Duels with using Mystic Mine in a sense could be just not that interesting to watch, because especially if I get Mystic Mine out pretty early, there's not much the opponent can do. Like some decks might run extra spell trap removal, things like that. Here's my card. I didn't think about that much. That's Wave Motion Cannon gone. But yeah, I prefer that than Missing Mine Field Bearer, and Final Countdown it still applies. I like that. So the Muzzle Land, I guess I can just keep in my hand. I don't even want to set it to fill up my spell and trap zone. I want to keep that for things like Dark Bribe and Solemn Judgments. Final Countdown 3. Yeah, especially if the opponent doesn't run cards like Cosmic Cyclone, Twin Twisters, then this is really hard for the opponent to work around. Although with that card there, Dangerous Machine type is, if they roll the right things, they might be able to do something. Although it doesn't destroy spell and trap, does it? Wait, what is this? Reading. You cannot activate that. I don't have a face down monster. Not sure what they were going to do with it. Maybe they were hoping to draw cards, but I don't have a monster, they can't activate it. So sorry about that. Well, let's read type 6. I don't think this destroys spells and traps. Discards things, draws. I have no idea what kind of deck they have. This gives 2 attributes, Earth and Dark. It's dark. So I get 2 draws. Completely useless cards, but yay. It's Hyro Shadow Scout, so that's an interesting. Or maybe they're going for giving me spells. Maybe they have a card somewhere in their deck that puts spells on top of my deck. Because Commander of Swords makes me get rid of stuff, potentially. Hyro Shadow Scout makes you draw stuff and then discard the spells. Maybe it's like a semi-deck out deck, perhaps, and they just maybe haven't drawn into the things they want. Oh yeah, Final Countdown was a 4. That's it, you end my turn. Final Countdown on 5. They get to draw a card. I do wonder what the rest of their deck is like. It shows some cards that I don't see often. I remember DNA Checkup existing. I didn't even remember this was a thing. Commander of Swords. What will they do though? They don't have an extract to link stuff away, so and they can't use monster effects. I'd assume they need their spell and trap cards to do something. Nothing I'm gonna do. Right, got that in the copy paste. Prohibition. Look at that. I'm not sure what they'd have, but in case they have something like a Twin Twister, declare Twin Twisters. Because it's the only... Like, I haven't really seen any clear dangerous thing, and it's not like, oh, they're playing Alter Guys and I know what to hit, or oh, they're playing True Draco, I need to hit one of the like spells that they can often use. True Draco, by the way, really hard to beat with Mystic Mind. True Draco has some nice outs to this. One. I have to discard. They're also playing Mystic Mine! So that... Okay, because the reason I think I like this, besides just the fact that they have it, they knew from the beginning that how Mystic Mine worked, because otherwise they very likely would have attacked me. But they knew how it works, and generally newer players, or players that don't play competitively, don't really know what Mystic Mind is, and they at least try to attack. And then I tell them, hey, you can't do that because of Mystic Mind, and then they read it, and they're like, oh, okay. And then they don't attack anymore. But they knew it from the beginning, and that's likely because they also play Mystic Mind. Four, that's... I draw a card, yay. Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment, by the way, you haven't seen any of the duels from my second Pleiades tournament yet. But most of the rounds of that tournament have been played. And Solemn Judgment is available in it, although we felt it was too powerful, so we did limit it to 1. But Solemn Judgment does exist in that tournament. Tails, I get 2 more draws. This is a deck. Is this a Mystic Mind deck out? Something like... Commander of Swords doesn't make me draw extra, but it does get rid of my cards. This could make me draw. It's either they get a... It's sort of like Cup of Ace. Where either I get a draw or they get a draw. Cup of Ace made me draw. They could still win! Like, Hyro Shadow Scout wouldn't work as a Mystic Mind. Ooh. They could still win if they get a lot of cards that make me draw stuff. Next time they play something like that, I need to play something like a Dark Bribe. How did you even send me a friend request? I'm dueling. There are exceptions to this. I'll say that, and if would you look at my friend request, you might find 1 or 2. But I don't mention that because then people might think, oh, what can I be the exception? So that's why I generally don't say that. Would someone ask? There are exceptions, but assume that if we don't know each other well, I won't do it. I don't think being friends really adds much. Like, you can follow someone if you want to see their status updates or something like that, and then you can also maybe like if you're friends, you see each other on the users list. I think that's an extra. But that's about it. They have a Mystic Mine deck out deck. I actually have a Mystic Mine mill deck as well. I was considering using it today, but considering the last time I used Mystic Mine, which is the same Mystic Mine burn deck, I wanted to give somewhat of a proper duel instead of just against the normal deck. And this is a pretty interesting duel so far. I like it. I don't really care. As long as it's not something that makes me draw stuff. To grave. To grave. Oh, I think that destroys the thing itself. Yep. Type 6 is gone. Oh yeah. And it's that 13. See, I did put the 12 in correctly, right? FC 12 at the end of that turn. Just before this blue line would have been 13. Yeah, it would be 14 by the end of this turn. That's a nice way to check back the little lines to change color. You know that at the start of the blues, it should always say. That's why I always click EP, enter it, then end turn to make sure that it's before. Because if I click enter and then the opponent immediately clicks start turn before I type it in, then it'll appear below the line. I like to have it just above the line. What will they do? That is the question. Do they have more things like Cup of Ace? Tribute Summon? Okay. So that thing just stays on the field? Okay, they still can attack. Sorry, you forgot about it. They thought, oh yeah, I got Razzion, I can deal some damage, but sorry, you forgot about it this time. Remember the attacks, we didn't, maybe not for Razzion this time, but yeah. Effects cannot activate, so Harashashka's just in attack position now. Final count of 14, 6 more turns left to survive. And the thing is, because things can't activate, Razzion isn't shuffled back into the deck during the standby phase. Let's look at their cards again. See what they'll give them. If I see anything like Cup of Ace, I'll make sure to put it at the bottom. Or something like DNA Checkup that could potentially make me draw cards, and considering that seems to be their win condition, that's going to the bottom of the 3. I'll get rid of Demise of the Land. FC 15. I saw you shuffle. Well, considering if this was rated, this would have been my win. We would have just called a judge. This would have been my win. Illegal, irreparable game state. All right. Compared to the standard game state, this fix is a little advantageous to them. Okay. They should have drawn into... Wait, we haven't fixed it yet. Drawn into... Let's see, I put... Because if they put stuff on the top of the deck now, I can't see which card they're sending. If you can make it visible, then it shouldn't be too much of a problem to make it visible. I think I can trust you. Yes. They still didn't put them in the graveyard, even though... But why did they put 3 cards? Because we returned the card they legally drew. Right. Stop! Stop! Because they should have 2 copies now, otherwise they returned a card that wasn't Glow-Moss, so then I don't know what they're doing. I'm getting very confused. Like, we could just continue, and I'll do it if it stays confusing. But you already had the Glow-Moss! What order did you put them in, then? If the Glow-Moss wasn't even in the deck? Huh? Yeah, that could still have been a Glow-Moss that was somewhere... Okay. Let's just continue. Continuously shuffling isn't going to fix anything. Where were we in terms of final countdown? 15? Yeah, if this would have been a rated duel or any tournament, I would have called a judge if the opponent didn't agree with what I'm about to say. And they would have said, illegal, irreparable game state, because they don't know the order. They're not allowed to know the order. And the only way to fix that problem is revealing to them the order of the other 2 cards. They shouldn't have the knowledge that Mystic Mind is now on top and DNA Checkup is now second. Let's find out if they were lying or not. I trust them. I trust that they did it right. At least they returned the correct cards. That's good. I'm never gonna special summon a monster. I want that thing on top. That one bottom. That one that. This one doesn't really matter, but it feels like there's spell and traps on. Wait, why did they destroy their own card? I totally missed why they did that. They rolled a 1, didn't they? They just... I was focused, I think, on my story about how it would be an illegal game state in Rated. Or it just is. And how in Rated the judge would then give me the win. Because it's an irreparable illegal game state caused with the opponent. Well, you rolled 1. You rolled a few times. Okay. Fine by me, considering it's unrated and we're technically already in a illegal irreparable game state. Alright. Helps if I actually type the thing. They should have now drawn into the horn of something with jewelry, which they have set face down, which is one of the 2 cards that could have been put there. Only Mystic Mine out of the 3 couldn't have been placed in that location. Alright, they need something quickly. Oh, I totally didn't discard last turn. That. Because now I have 7, which is okay, because then I would have had 6 before my draw. Gift of Greed, them draw 2 cards. Yeah, not happening. They were somewhat close, yeah. I did still have Solemn Judgment and stuff face down. Oof. Send the DD guide. 19. Final turn. It's the final countdown. Do they realize it, or do they think, why did he keep putting FC with a number in the chat? I'll just banish it to show. I think it might feel close to them than it was. Because they did have Dark Robin Judgment face down. But they got a lot closer than I thought they would get to anything. I thought it was okay with DNA checkup, cup of face, a few other things. And I did draw a lot of cards myself as well. So that plus using spells and traps, considering Mystic Mine stops the monster effects. And me drawing a bunch of cards, searching with the 1 terraforming. That didn't exactly help my deck size. So well done by my opponent. Thank you for the duel. I appreciate that. I had fun. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching this duel. I will see you very soon in my next video. Goodbye.